Hello and welcome back. Today we have something special. We are into this world of AI, artificial intelligence. It's all about AI, which is in the market. People are questioning, people are suspicious, people are anxious. But let's talk straight. Let's talk about AI. AI, history, and international education. This is a burning topic. What we have for you is an inquiry question and a central theme. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this podcast and welcome to Sonia Martin, who is a STEM educator from Germany. Sonia, thank you so much for joining us. It's a pleasure to have you here with us.
Thank you, Jen, sir. Thank you for having me in your podcast.
Thanks a lot. So straight away, let's get into it. We are talking about AI, history, and the future of thinking. Can students stay critical in a digital age? And the inquiry question for all of viewers on your screens, please. How can historical thinking and digital literacy help students use AI responsibly while remaining critical thinkers in international education? That's the inquiry question. We often say AI is transforming education. Is it transforming the process of thinking itself?
Yeah, AI is transforming itself into every sector, sir. If you see, AI has made a mark in the health sector, the job markets, and yes, of course, definitely, it has created a revolution in the education sector. At the same time, the AI is marking a very, very important milestone, if you can say, in the education field. If you look at the AI tools which is being used in the industry or the learning sector itself, it is a very, very powerful tool which the student can use. But when it comes to critical thinking, it does make an impact on the critical thinking aspect. The research shows that when the AI tool is being replaced as a thinking tool, it does take a toll on our critical thinking.
So you say that that's taking a heavy toll on the process of thinking?
Yes, of course, sir. Because the medical reports which has been come out from the very, very elite research centers say that when the AI tool is replaced as a critical thinking tool itself, it reduces the problem-solving skills, reduces the critical thinking, and it is decreasing the memory retention of a student.
That's quite dangerous, right?
Yes,
because the very process of thinking, if that is curtailed, if that free flow of thoughts is restricted,
yes,
then I think we are heading towards a dangerous zone.
Yeah, it is dangerous. So it is a dangerous zone, but it has to have a mediator or a facilitator to use this tool in a very, very controlled manner. If you use this tool in a very controlled manner, sir, it is a very, very beautiful tool for learning, and it can create a really wonder in the education industry.
So as IB educators, I think the role of teachers or facilitators or educators, as we call ourselves, is very critical, right? At this point of time?
Very critical, sir. And IB has insisted to take on the AI tool into its education right now.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later in the podcast. We're going to focus on that particular area as such, that particular concept as such. We'll come to that.
Yeah.
What I wanted to ask you is there light at the end of the tunnel as far as AI is concerned? And when you take these two things into account, critical thinking and AI tools. See, I am tempted to use an AI tool.
Yes, of course, sir. Yeah.
Because it is superb.
It's superb.
It's able to give me information. It's able to process information more than what I can think of or even dream of.
Yes.
And it's all given to me in a packaged manner. So I'm tempted to use it. So how do I stop it?
So when we, as educators, when we are trying to introduce the tool, we are supposed to role model. And we are supposed to use this tool in a very conscious manner, sir. We should have the educational integrity, what we call, because when
the academic honesty.
Yes. Yeah. When we use this tool, we need to guide the student to collaborate with it, to learn along with it, and not to use it as just a copy-paste tool. So for example, when you are asking the student to work with the AI tool, you yourself as an educator need to know what kind of information the student has to pull out from there and what kind of analysis or logical thinking has to come out from the student itself.
That's right, yeah.
You just cannot say, search for it, copy and paste it. You need to give a key for that. Which, what, why. So that student can critically think and analyze the data which comes out from the application.
I agree with you. You are the driver.
Yes.
You are the pilot.
We are a powerful driver, sir.
You're a powerful driver
Yes.
there. You're the pilot. You control everything. And you need to control it in the most
absolutely.
ethical, legitimate way possible so that the best comes out of
Yes,
any,
sir,
any
of course.
person. Right. Can we go to the next question?
Yes. So as an historian's perspective, what does it mean to think critically?
We have to think logically first. And we have to think in the way we should think and not like somebody else's thoughts. When we think or when I think, I cannot think the way Sonia does. And Sonia cannot think the way Jan does. So we need to think in a very critical way from a neutral perspective. Now, when you take a source, as far as history is concerned, when you take a primary source or a secondary source, whatever it is, we have to evaluate that source. We have to compare that source with something else. If it's a perspective or if it's an opinion, we have to know whether it is correct or not. Now, how do we come to it? It has to be free of any bias. It has to be free of any linguistic, cultural, national, or international bias. We cannot say, okay, I'm an Indian, so I have to side with an Indian author.
Yes.
Or I have to think in terms of an Indian perspective. No, we have to think in terms of the neutral perspective. So every thought, every process of thought has to go through that prism of neutrality. And once that neutrality is there legitimately with you and in you, that critical bent of mind and scientific notion comes in naturally.
Okay.
So we have to be very critical, very honest, very authentic. And that's why we keep it. So critical analysis in history, especially in IB history itself, in DP history itself, or in MYP or even PYP, it's very, very important because you need to analyze critically, analytically, and I would add honestly.
Yeah, and there should not be any discrimination.
Any discrimination
Yes,
of any
course.
sort. In most cases, what I find is, in my experience, this is my personal view, the national bias comes in.
Of course, sir. Yes.
And then comes this linguistic problem. I speak the way I want to,
Yes.
and you better speak the way I want to. No, this is not right. If you take English itself, it's spoken in different ways.
Yeah.
Nobody's right, nobody's wrong there. So critical bent of mind comes in when the analysis, when the objective match together, and it's very honest.
So when you find a bias or when there's a discrimination happening in your classroom, how do you try to control that?
I would try to be diplomatic.
All right.
Because if I teach, as far as the IB educators are concerned, we teach a class of international students.
Yes.
Let's say, even if you take India, we teach students from across
Different
different
cultures.
regions, different cultures, different states. They do not agree with each other. So you need to be very diplomatic. At the same time, you need to be very clear and focused as to what your objective is. And that rationalization should be in accordance with clear objective of authentic information
Yes, of course.
rather than subjective. So we should form our analysis without any bias. We should form our final answer, what we say, or the final essay, or whatever it is. That should be free of every bias. So the reader, when he reads it, he should know, hey, this guy makes sense. I don't agree with him, but what he says makes sense.
Yes.
I don't fully agree with him, but whatever he has said or he has mentioned, that makes sense. He's right. So then I would actually agree with the fact that he disagrees with me. Let's agree to disagree. Let's agree to disagree. That should be the notion.
Yeah, that's when the respect also.
That's when the respect increases, and that's when the respect is maintained.
Yes.
Yeah. Historians deal with, lots of problems. Historians deals with sources which are biased,
Okay.
which are not true sometimes, and which are sometimes manipulated also. Where does AI come in?
Yeah. So when you look at AI is a very dangerous software which we're trying to handle, sir. Because I'll just give you a small background of how the AI has been working. AI is nothing but it's a program software where programmers sit behind it and they drive it with algorithms. So these algorithms pick up instructions or data patterns from the data which has been fed into it. So definitely it has been influenced by the data patterns, and that's how the output is being received at the user's end. So it influences and it discriminates data. For example, I just read a small article, the Amazon AI recruiting app had been executed on a platform, online platform. So this online platform accepted resumes and it tried to filter out the best candidates. But when the training process happened in the initial stage, it is being fed with the 10-year-old data which it had. But the 10-year-old data which was fed into the AI app had only the male resumes in it. So what happened was, when the data has been trained, the data picked up information saying that the male resume had a higher chance of recruitment into the company. So when the platform itself was tested and executed online, when a female candidate tried to apply to it, it automatically started rejecting the female candidates. And
this is interesting. For those of you who are watching us, I know Amazon will be angry with me, but let's leave that aside. I think Sonia has made a revelation. Probably, Sonia, be careful now.
Yeah.
But we're not afraid. We call it straight. We call it blunt. For those of you watching us, I want you to understand this very clearly. We have nothing against anybody, but of course, she has pointed out a very, very critical factor where the AI can go wrong.
Yes.
And that, I think, is...
Yeah, it does create a lot of biases. It's not only in the data which is being trained, but it can create a cognitive bias by the programmer itself. Because when the programmer tries to set
a
in
gender
rules,
bias.
Yes, not a gender bias. So the programmer who sits at the end, he tries to feed the data. He's influenced by culture, faith. So he tries to write his own rules and regulations so that the AI algorithm can work according to his thinking. So there is an algorithm bias. There is an auto text bias. So the data which is being fed in AI itself has got a lot of loopholes.
Its problems.
Yeah.
So what you're saying, the pattern of thinking and the data as such, which is virtually put into
the data,
has a lot of complicated issues which are just waiting to
So
explode.
there should be a timeline check at every stage when the data
at every phase, you're saying.
Yeah.
That's very critical.
So
very
there is a
important.
pre-processing stage where the data set team has to look into and filter out data. So in data science, we talk about data cleaning, where we take raw data from any marketing data which has been given to us, we filter it out. The software industry tries to filter out data in data science. So that's the filtration process that has to take place in the data set which is being fed into these AI models.
That's very interesting to know
Yes.
that, and of course, I hope that...
And it's a very dangerous
I
sign.
hope that doesn't arise. I mean, what happened in Amazon does not happen.
No, so they immediately rectified it.
They rectified it.
They rectified
That's something.
Yeah.
But
So they rectified
that's something good. But of course, it should not happen in the
Yeah,
future.
it creates a lot of danger in the society.
If historians are trained to question sources, should we train students to treat AI in the same way?
Yes, of course, sir. Because as the IB educator, we are always asked to drive our students with an inquiry-based format. Because when we try to get the data, we need to critically analyze the data, or else we are nowhere. We have to question the source from where it is being received from.
Whether that source is authentic or not.
The source is authentic or not, or it's valid or not, or does my requirement fulfill whatever is coming from the AI output? Otherwise, the whole system, which is intact, the education system itself fails.
That's interesting because in history, we have something called OPBL.
Okay.
That is origin, purpose, value,
Yes.
and
Okay, I got
limitation.
it. Yes.
So you question the origin of the source, the purpose of the source, the value of the source, and the limitations
Yes.
of the source. Because in history, it's all about sources, primary or secondary. So you question the origin of the source.
Yes, that's
Where did
very
it come
important.
from? Who brought that? Or who brought that? And the purpose. Now, the limitations of that source. When was this done? When was this published? Was it published in the same year
Yes.
of the incident? Was it published many years later? Which adds
How does it influence? Yeah.
it can add. Now, we let me tell you, we have the Iran-US-Israel confrontation taking place now, which is actually, we are in a catastrophic stage. We don't know what's going to happen.
Yes.
If we have all the information right now, that adds legitimacy to any historical investigation. But if it's going to happen many years later, then we would have to question it, or
Yeah.
probably we would be suspicious of the source as such.
Yes.
So these are things I think which
Yeah.
should be very careful. Okay,
And the IB also talks about the education, the student integrity. part.
academic honesty.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it is very important for us to train the students with basic etiquettes of education.
Now, academic honesty, I think, is very, very important.
Yeah, very,
because,
very important.
today, it was not so important probably many years ago.
Yes.
But today,
But
it's
today-
assumed so much of importance, especially in research, because citations are very important. And of course, the research methodology also differs now. So I think the academic honesty is very, very
Very,
important.
very- plays a major role.
And in AI, of course, it's a research-driven, inquiry processed type of learning where a lot of research comes, even from the PYP stage.
Yes.
So I think it's very, very important.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah. In international education, we emphasize global-mindedness, or let's say, how do we frame it? Internationalism,
Minds. Okay.
global-mindedness, international-mindedness, which is fine. Does AI challenge that or support it?
AI does support, sir.
Tell me how.
AI does support. Right now, we are learning the IPEC certification.
Yeah.
So it is online. So we have all collaborated together. So AI.
Like how we did.
Yes.
Like you were in Germany,
Yes,
different
of
time
course.
zone, different
Yes.
time zone.
So it helped us to collaborate. It helped us to.
Yeah, you were in Stuttgart and I was in Bangalore.
Bangalore.
Yeah,
So we
and
did a little bit of research using the tools itself in the initial stage. So that it did help us. Other than that, it brings the cross-cultural exchange. And then we have the assistive technology tools for the disabled people to use.
You mean the people who are not able to?
Yeah.
Okay.
The special need people.
Special needs. Okay.
And they can use these tools and they can try to find or research data and they try to make use of it. Apart from that, it's a great collaboration which can happen across the borders, sir. We can collaborate with different cultures, different students, exchange thing. And as a computer science teacher or a STEM teacher, we can collaborate with other students to develop games. We can share our code. We can share our project ideas using these tools. It's a great collaboration which can be done.
No, I do agree with you
global
because I
platform.
don't have an idea. I want to steal an idea, but let me steal it honestly.
Yeah, stealing it honestly and contributing it.
Contributing
also.
it also.
Our contribution is the most important part of it.
So I'm actually, I don't have an idea, but I'm getting an idea from somewhere, from somebody who's known in this field or
Yeah,
who's
you're
not.
just taking an help, sir.
You're just taking help.
Yes,
Very legitimately.
legitimately.
And very professionally in the true professional
Yes.
sense of the term. And then let's say we
Yeah.
are going ahead with
Yeah.
that. So this is true
that's-
entrepreneurship, I would say.
That's
And true
that's a
leadership.
collaboration,
True leadership.
sir. Yeah, you're collaborating.
You're collaborating to become a leader. You're
Leader.
collaborating as leaders also. So that's very important.
So we can contribute at the same time, sir. It's not that we're just stealing the data or stealing the information or the idea. We need to put our own critical thinking into it and we need to collaborate with each other and form new things.
Yeah, collaboration and communication, I think today are the worlds.
Yes, sir.
They're
it
the
is
greatest skill sets which
skill
are
sets.
required.
Yeah, it is the 21st century skill sets.
It's the 21st century
Yes,
skill sets.
which is required for every student and educator.
And without that, we can't.
We cannot, sir. We cannot.
Because unless you
Yes.
collaborate, we cannot communicate.
cannot.
And unless you communicate, we cannot
cannot,
collaborate.
yes.
So I think both go.
Okay, so I have a question.
Yes.
So can historians' thinking actually help students to use AI most responsibly?
I would say definitely. Because the way a historian thinks, probably AI will not think.
Okay.
I just want to tell you something, Sonia. There was a great historian whom I admire, E.H. Carr.
Okay.
E.H. Carr.
E.H. Carr.
E.H. Carr has given a beautiful definition of a historian. He says, we historians are like the fishermen. We go fish. We get the fish. We take the fish back home, but we cook it in the way we want it.
Yes, of course. Yes.
Whether you add masala or whether you add ginger garlic or whether you add whatever you want, you add it in the way you like it.
Yeah.
The historian's work is the same thing.
Perfect.
But when the historian does it, when the historian critically analyzes things,
Okay.
when the historian compares and contrasts, when the historian has so many of these personalities, these events in front of his screen, remember his work is very important. He is writing something which is true to himself. and if he's true to himself, free of any bias, free of any inequities, free of any particular feelings for anybody, he is just objective. He's calling the shots. He's he's calling a spade. Then I think it's fine.
Yes.
AI may give an opinion based on this.
Yeah, AI is a tool.
AI is a tool.
Yes.
AI is a tool. AI is not a friend. I would not say AI is a friend. AI is a tool.
Yes. And we should be very cautiously using it.
We should be very cautiously using it. Every tool, according to me, Sonia, we should use it cautiously.
Definitely, sir. Yes.
If we switch on the laptop, or if we switch on any machine or whichever at home, and if we go, are we responsible eco-citizens? We are not. We are consuming too much of electricity, which is not in accordance with the SDGs of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. So AI, as you said, is a responsible tool and has to be used sensibly, responsibly, legitimately. Should students be allowed to use AI freely? How do you, I mean, in Germany, we'll come to India later. How is it in Germany? Are they allowed to use AI freely?
Yeah, to a certain extent, we were using the AI tools to do a little bit of research work, but it is in a very controlled manner, sir. We're supposed to allow students to research, to analyze data, and to present the data which they have received from the AI source. For example, when I was doing science with the student, we had to predict the weather for around a month. So I asked them to go to the AI tool, fetch the data. So it has to be done in a very...
Which was the AI tool? Can you give us an example? Can you tell us?
So it is normal, sir. Any ChatGPT, Gemini, any tool which is available, because these are small kids, sir, grade 6 kids. So
Sixth graders,
grade 6. So when I asked them to find the data for a week, that's the best tool to fetch the data. So you as an educator need to scaffold the children to use the tool in the right manner. So when they got the data, each one of them got a set of data. So I asked them to use the data and predict what kind of weather that particular month is going to have. So you have to drive the students in such a way that they use the tool, but they still retain the critical thinking, the logical thinking aspect of it.
That's true. I mean, again, responsibility.
AI is just a collaborator, sir. It is not going to give you a copy-paste answer, or you cannot just take it from there and you just submit it somewhere else.
That doesn't become yours, right?
Yes, sir, of course. So if you include it into the education field or the sector, it can be done very beautifully. And that's why AI in the IB also says that the student, if you stop them, they'll definitely use it, sir. In America, when an assignment is given and there was a research done, after the assignment, the teacher asked them to be truthful as to where they got the assignment. Believe it or not, sir, 82% of them have... 82% in the class had just downloaded from ChatGPT. And they have just given... The teacher didn't even check if the assignment is being copied or not. She just gave a survey, an online survey, asked them to be truthful. 82% of the class has used this. So you restrict the kids. They will have means and what's to fetch that.
Because it's readily available.
Yeah, it's readily available, sir.
But what I appreciate is that 82% of the kids were honest in admitting that they used. They are honest,
and we need to show them to use the tool in the right way, sir.
Yeah, that's I totally agree.
Anything, sir. When you're driving on the road, you can drive. You can do wheeling. You can do many things. You can do all the stunts possible. But is it ethical?
It's not ethical because we have to be responsible. Sir. The road is for everybody.
Yes, sir. We have got the vehicle. But how do we drive it? How do we use it?
Yeah, that's right. We have to put the brakes when the time comes.
Very much. As educators, we need to drive the students, and we need to we need to role model, and we need to show them what kind of methods we can implement in this particular manner. So I have a question. Who's responsible when AI gives misleading or harmful information? Is it the tool, the student, or the system itself?
It's very difficult to answer. It's very difficult to answer. But I would say the tool which is in front of you has to be used responsibly.
Okay.
If you don't use it responsibly...
we discussed it.
Yeah. How does it enhance learning? See, when I'm a teacher, I'm also a student. I have to learn first.
Definitely, sir.
I have to learn first. So every day of my teaching is every day of learning because you have to unwind whatever you learned. So when you're in the classroom, I would say the teacher, of course, is the facilitator, but the teacher also is a learner because the teacher has to learn how to make sure that the child learns in the most correct manner or in the most authentic manner.
Yes.
The AI should not become the teacher. The AI is a tool, as I mentioned before.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you agree with that.
Yes,
also.
sir, I agree with that.
So if AI is giving misleading information, we should be aware of the fact that, or we should be very careful and we should be smart enough to know that the AI is giving misleading information. Now, I'll tell you, if we are believing in something all the time without even analyzing or critically evaluating it, then they can fool us.
Yes, sir, definitely, yeah.
Okay? As Abraham Lincoln said, democracy is by the people, of the people, for the people. You can fool some of the people all the time, all the people some of the time, but you can't fool all the people all the time. So
yes.
that's exactly what AI should be.
Yes.
We cannot permit AI to be our master.
Correct.
And I would say we should not permit AI to be our slave also. We can permit AI to be our friend. That's it.
Yeah. It's just an assistive tool for learning.
It's just an assisted tool which comes in handy when we need it. That's it.
Yes.
So, Sonia, what skills will students need in the future that AI cannot easily replicate?
Okay. So if you look at the 21st century skills, sir, there are 4 C's, which is collaboration, communication, creative thinking, and communication, you see. So if a student retains them, or we as teachers or educators try to implement this in the day-to-day activity, I think we'll be doing a good job of using the AI tool as an assistive tool. And it is not a replacement for the learning or the thinking tool. So we should make students to analyze logically and make them understand what the data has been given as an output from the AI is not the ultimatum.
It's a generated output.
Yes, it's a generated output with a lot of discrimination, sir. It is just a data fed, and it's a pattern of data which the AI algorithm tries to pull it out and give it as an output. So we at the end, the back end, or the receiving end, has to take the data and validate it, sir. It is not that data which is coming in from the AI is 100%. We need to teach the student that the data coming in from the other end has got many drawbacks.
As you were speaking, it reminded me of one of the American presidents. He said, trust, but verify.
Verify.
Ronald Reagan said,
Yes.
trust, but verify.
Yeah.
Obama, many years later, Barack Obama also said, this is based on trust, but on verification.
Verification.
So I think we have to verify.
Sir. Even in the software industry, we call it as SDLC.
What is
so
that?
It's
SDLC?
Software Development Life Cycle. So we have, towards the end of the development, the application development, we do a testing. We do a testing to check if everything, whatever we have done, the whole process is right. So testing is important, sir. Validating, verifying, authenticating is very important.
Very, very
Every process, sir.
It's like I feel the chef giving us a dish. He checks it before he gives it to us.
Yes, sir. Even in history, when you are trying to tell me so many things, you were telling that.
I have to be sure before I tell you.
Yes, sir.
Otherwise, naturally, I am responsible for the wrong information which I am feeding on to my students. And I think that is a
delivering end, when you deliver it, we need to verify it.
The final outcome or the final challenge or the final output is very, very important.
Very important. Will AI make historians obsolete or more important than ever, sir?
Never. We historians are here to stay.
Okay.
We are students of contemporary history. Sonia, if I can tell you, if historians were not in this world, if nothing was recorded, if there was no writing at all, how would we remember each other?
Yes.
So the historian's job again is interconnected. What he is saying or what she is saying is very, very important.
Correct.
Even many years later, after he or she is gone. Now, I just want to tell you something very interesting here. You take the recorded history of man and woman. It is all recorded. It is based on empirical data, most of them. It's based on evidences.
Yes.
We try to picturize it. We try to evaluate it. We try to have certain things in order. And that's how things move on.
Yeah.
If, as a student of
It's based
history,
on interpretation.
it's
so.
based on interpretation.
Yeah.
Not just as an historian. Let's say we visit a monument, Taj Mahal, or let's see the Qutub Minar, which has 375 steps. The Taj Mahal, built in 1632, or the Red Fort, or let's see the Statue of Liberty, or the Lincoln Memorial. You take anything, or the Berlin Wall. Everything has a history behind it. It was built for a purpose.
Yes.
It was not simply built. The Taj Mahal was built because, of course, in honor of Mumtaz Mahal. But look at the legacy which it has left behind. The structure which was built in 1632 still remains intact.
It's a beautiful structure.
The Statue of Liberty.
Yeah.
You know, Sonia, the Statue of Liberty, when he built it, he had his mother's face in front of him, and that's how he was able to carve it. The Lincoln Memorial, Abraham Lincoln is no more, but the Lincoln Memorial is a testimony of faith and character and true grit.
Yes.
Not just of the American president, but of the person as a whole. So the historian's work is very, very important.
I do agree, sir.
So whatever is documented, whatever is written, it will be there. But it has to be...
And it has great lessons. So
it has great lessons.
Pick it up from.
It has, you pick up so many things from there. You don't agree with it.
Yes, sir. And it teaches us so many life lessons, sir.
Yeah, history is full of lessons actually.
Yeah, of course, sir.
A history lesson is not just history, but it gives us many life lessons.
Right.
Many life lessons as to what went wrong, what went right.
And what we need to correct.
Yeah. My conscience tells me, we as Indians even today speak about this big Hindu-Muslim divide which came in during the partition. Why did it come in and why was it brought in? And why was it not rectified? That's purely our fault.
Yes.
It should have been rectified at the very beginning itself.
Yes, I do agree with you, sir.
So, history is objectivity.
Yes.
It is actually traveling through the different phases of time, through the different ages of time, responsibly. And we need to make sure that we do it responsibly. You look at the great pyramids of Egypt. It's an edifice of stone. It was the tallest building structure for centuries. It remains there. Why? Because the historians also have written it correctly. You go today, you can visit the tomb of
inside,
Hertekamen, the boy king. You go to the Acropolis, Greece.
Yes.
So I have touched the pyramids, and when I touched it, I felt a sense of pride because it's a beautiful structure. It's a beautiful structure. I'm touching a monument. I'm touching a monument which was built 3,000 years ago.
And it still stays
It stays as it is. The Ajanta and Ellora caves, that's another beautiful example.
That's a beautiful place.
The Rani Ki Vav, the Motera temple in Gujarat. Or you take all these structures, not just in India. In India, we are fortunate to have 44 UNESCO World Heritage Sites, 44 of them. There are, I think, only 2 or 3 countries which are ahead of us. So what a beautiful history we have.
Definitely,
If you take the history of Germany, Berlin Wall, the way it was brought down and the way it was built. So a historian constructs the facts, yes. A historian connects. A historian tells the story in the way the story has to be told.
Yes.
So AI cannot do that. Let me assure you.
Yeah, definitely, sir.
AI cannot do that. AI can do something. AI can build on that. AI can bring in information. AI can channelize information. AI can verify the information possible, no problem.
Definitely.
AI can tell you whether this historian was right. AI can tell me...
AI cannot replace thinking itself. Sir.
AI can tell whether Jain was right or Jain was wrong. It's okay. That's okay.
Yeah. It can be... It is like a feedback system.
It's like a feedback system. Yeah.
It cannot be a replacement for our thinking.
It might be a repository of knowledge.
Yeah.
It might be a knowledge bank. But what we take out of the bank is very, very, very careful because it's free. It's free. When we go to the bank, we are responsible when we take out money, right?
Correct.
So when we take out information from the AI bank, we have to be responsible. We are getting it free of cost.
And we need to validate it.
We have to validate it because it is free of cost.
Free of cost. Yeah. So what is one habit every student should develop when you're using the AI tools? So what do you think is that habit going to be?
Sonia, when I make tea or coffee, and when I serve it for my family, to my wife, for everybody, I have to be responsible in the amount of sugar I put, right?
Definitely, sir. Yes.
If I love you very much, I can't put extra amount of sugar just to make you happy. I'm responsible for your health.
Correct.
And as a person, when I make coffee or tea, I use very less sugar because I'm responsible for my health. So AI, we should use it very responsibly.
Responsible, yes.
If you have a plant in your garden, a beautiful rose or an orchid or a bougainvillea or a lily, we should put the right amount of water.
Yes.
My gardener, when he comes to me, first he says, "Iska aap bahut jyada pani dala." You put too much of water. See, he's able to see.
Understand
it.
Correct.
So that is the way we use AI.
Yeah, we as educators, we need to streamline. We need to take care of
we need to process
we need
it
to
also.
role models.
Yes, we need to process it. We need to go to AI when we are at risk.
Yes.
We need to go to AI only when we need it, not all the time.
All the time.
Because we have to think rationally, logically, critically,
Yes.
sensibly, and
We need to
responsibly.
keep our thinking system activated always.
Yes, we have to activate it, and we have to be responsible digital citizens.
Yes.
Of the 21st century.
Correct.
Yeah.
And IB also insists that.
IB insists that.
Yes.
IB insists that. Could you tell us more about that?
So the IB also has the AI tool embedded into the classroom, sir. But again, when we embed the IB tool, it has to be done very, very responsibly. So it has trained the educators to use these tools in such a way that they use it only for the research work, or it can be acting as a feedback system. It is not a complete replacement for the teacher itself. It can personalize learning. It cannot directly give answers, but we can ask the students to give in their essays and ask for feedbacks. So if a student writes an essay, he can submit it to the AI. He can ask what are the drawbacks and how differently.
That's interesting.
Yeah, how differently can I modify it? So he has to take back the feedback, and then he needs to try to implement that as a learning tool, but not as a replacement.
That's very interesting because he's getting the instant feedback.
Instant feedback.
And he's doing the rectification instantly. Then and there itself.
Then and there.
And the work is done.
Yeah.
That's
and
good,
one
I
more
think.
thing, sir.
Yeah.
I've made students, like after a small talk or a small lesson, I've asked the AI to generate a quiz for them.
Quiz.
So
I'm a quiz master. So that's interesting. Tell me.
So you can ask the AI to generate you can give the content, sir, of a small content to the AI and ask how creatively you can generate quiz. So you can take the quiz and put it into Kahoot and other quizzes, and you can generate your own set of quiz instantly and share it with the students.
And so that's a good learning tool also, right? That's a good learning mechanism also. It's a good learning mechanism.
Students can personalize the training, learning, because IB insists on independent learning. As ATL skill says that they need to be independent learners, thinkers. So you can ask the student to learn a part of it, or you can divide the content in the class and you can ask groups to evaluate their content and frame their own quizzes. And we can have it in the class. It can be a very interactive session.
That's a student-driven class.
Yes.
And I think we are moving towards a student-driven
class.
Student-driven classrooms.
Yes.
That's interesting.
So that's how you can use AI tools very, very responsibly, sir. Otherwise, you just give it to the student. The students, how they are. So they take it and they try to use it. But when you role model it, or when you show them like this quiz can be done, or this feedback can be given by the AI, so the student will start following us and how to use it in a more methodological way and more responsible way, I say. So
that is something interesting to note.
Okay. Jen, sir, I have a last question for you.
Yeah, sure.
Like, as a history teacher, how can you design an activity which involves AI and history? How will you imbibe both?
When you asked me the question, many thoughts flashed in my mind at just one shot.
Okay.
If I was living in the Paleolithic age or the Neolithic age or the Paleolithic age, whichever age I'm living in, I want to travel back. Okay. I want to see that small piece of rock rolling down the mountain. I get this idea, it can roll down. So I have that circular object in me, and then I design something where I put the circular object and then I try to move.
Move. Okay.
Like how the kids move in that skateboard.
Yes. A skateboard.
Then I get this idea, hey, hello, if you perfect that rock, it becomes a circle. If I put 4 circles and then I'm able to move.
Okay.
This is how the concept of wheel came in. So let's travel back.
Yes.
You see me as a very rugged
Young.
old man with a lot
old
of
man.
with a huge beard, with a sack and everything in that particular age. So we move back.
Okay.
Ancient, medieval, and
So I
modern.
thought you wanted to be a kid.
Yeah, I'll just come to it. So history, when we divide that ancient, medieval, and modern.
Yes.
Let's take the ancient period. I would love to be in Egypt.
Oh, okay.
I would love to be with the pyramids and probably be somewhere near the pharaoh and have a connect with the construction worker who's bringing in the logs of wood and stones from the Nile and constructing and reconstructing the pyramid, stage by
beautiful,
stage,
sir.
stage by stage. So I am one of the servants of the pharaoh. I'm not the pharaoh. I don't want to be the pharaoh. But I
Okay.
want to be in his office or wherever it is. I'm directing the workers and I see the workers and I value the workers. And I see the pyramid being built,
Wow.
right?
That's very
So
nice. sir.
that's history.
Yeah. So
the
you can
pyramids.
use an AI generated video
You can
tool,
use a
yes.
AI generated.
And then it got many aspects to that, sir.
Yes.
Yes.
Then come to the Taj Mahal. I am Shah Jahan. I lose my wife, Mumtaz Mahal.
Okay.
I am grieving. Okay, fine. Keep the emotions aside. I build the Taj Mahal. Tons and tons of marble are coming to my kingdom. But believe me, nobody is questioning. My economy, Shah Jahan's economy is going bankrupt.
Yes.
Nobody is questioning because I'm the king. But Shah Jahan is building the Taj Mahal. It stands the test of time. Look at the number of presidents of different countries who've come and gone and seen this edifice in marble, which is one of the 8 wonders,
Standing, yeah.
which is one of the seven wonders of the world. Let's leave this aside. If you ask me what I want to bring in the classroom, if I have an AI-generated image, 1964 Sonia, Nelson Mandela is standing for the Livonian trial.
Oh, yes.
He is held responsible. He says, I cherish and dream of a society which is free and democratic. I cherish and dream of a society which is free and democratic. It is an ideal which I wish to live for.
Yes.
If needed, it is an ideal for which I'm willing to die. It is an ideal for which I'm willing to die. This statement was given in 1964, but today it echoes around the world.
Yes, definitely, sir.
It echoes around the world.
Definitely.
Take Martin Luther King. Look at the legacy which he left behind. Forget the controversies or whatever it is. I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live up to the true meaning of its creed.
Correct.
I have a dream that one day my 4 little daughters will walk in hand. That sort of powerful equation, that sort of powerful memories which leave behind stories which are untold, or which leave behind emotions which
We couldn't sense it.
which we couldn't sense it
Yes,
at that
sir, of
point of
course.
time. See, I have a
When
dream.
you're telling me, I can picturize that, sir.
Yeah.
When it is played on the AI tool, definitely the students will make it make a big difference in the classroom.
I mean, see what he told. I have a dream, and this nation will rise up.
Seriously, sir.
Huh?
Yes, definitely.
And 407 years ago, when our forefathers brought to this continent a new nation conceived in liberty
Yes.
and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal.
Yes.
Look at these. If these words were to come alive in AI image, what a beautiful
Yes, sir,
blend of history do we
definitely, sir. I
have
think it makes a big difference in their mindset.
in the mindset in this thing.
It can change.
Forget all this. I was not born during 1947, nor were you.
Yes.
My parents were born. My grandparents were there. That speech or that particular event, when the tricolor went up and when the Union Jack came down,
Okay.
and Jawaharlal Nehru makes that speech, when the world sleeps,
Yeah.
India will awake to freedom. That moment was a moment of reckoning.
It marks an history, sir.
It marks the history. And today, unfortunately, I visited the Wagah border. I see the emotions from both sides, the sense of nationalism. From there, people are waving at us.
Yeah.
From here, we are waving at us. We are waving at. They are looking at us. We are
We also
looking
look
at them.
at them.
What do we see? Is there any difference? The fields are green. The culture is almost the same. Of course, I'm not saying it's perfectly the same. There are differences. But the human emotions are the same.
Same, yes.
The culture may or may not be the same, but the human emotions are the same. So history is when human emotions are captured live.
Yes.
History is when those moments which went by come alive or come
alive.
back.
Yes, sir, definitely.
Come back.
We can picturize them.
We
when
can
you-
picturize it.
Perfect.
So that AI will not be able to do.
Yes.
But AI can do it in a very artistic and creative way. And that's the difference.
Yeah.
This technology we didn't have probably
5 years back.
5 years back. We
No,
didn't have
sir,
it.
it is-
Yeah. So
not
this can make a huge difference. It's already making a difference.
Yes,
Sonia.
sir.
If you look at some of the images, which are coming, even if you look at the pre-independent days,
Correct.
I gave an assignment to one of my kids. He was able to create an AI video of an Indian farmer in 1770.
Definitely, sir.
Look at the change. A student of grade 9 or 8 is able to create a video. Okay, of something which happened in the 17th century, in the 18th century. So this is a beautiful transformation.
Yes.
Right. Thank you so much for being with us. This was AI, history, and international education, all combined together. Thank you for watching us. And thank you, Sonia, for being with us. I mean,
Thank you once again, sir. It
yeah.
was really nice to hear from you. And thank you for giving me an opportunity to be a part of your podcast.
Opportunities are never lost. Somebody else grabs
Yeah.
them. So I have grabbed Sonia actually to come and
I
talk to me.
grabbed you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And from all of us here, thank you